game.
Do that and then into the game.
Good afternoon from Joe Holbrook, second year sports media student, and welcome to SGS's Sports live broadcast of SGS College against Brook College in the Men's English College Football League. SGS can leapfrog second place Grey Stewart if results go their way this afternoon, having drew their previous home fixture 1-1 against Pro Direct Northampton. Brook currently sit bottom and can go level on points with Tresham College with 3 points. I am joined by former Preston North End and Bristol Rovers defender Jeff Twentyman for commentary today. Jeff, it's a pleasure for you to join me today. Give you pre-match thoughts.
Joe, I'm really great to be with you. Looking forward to it immensely. I think the main important thing for SGS today is don't be complacent. I mean, Brook are bottom. Lost 6 from 7 games thus far, but, you know, they'll be up for this. They've had a good win over a side who are quite high up the league, so they mustn't underestimate the side they're playing against. Conditions, we were on the pitch earlier, weren't we? It's a 4G pitch. It's very blustery out there. There's no real wind advantage, but just important to get off to a really good start.
Yeah, we're straight into the thick of the action here as we were a little bit delayed on the broadcast, but here's Brook House in possession of the ball on the left-hand side of number 16. Number 9, Waha has to force it back to the Brook House goalkeeper.
A bit like a Man United kit, isn't it? They're wearing the visitors.
A little bit, the black shorts as well. Step forward as well by number 5, Tulloch. Weaver chasing the ball, but it's cut out by Brook House. The ball's a bit loose here at the minute. SGS have now got the ball in their possession. Out wide to the fullback, Stevens Wong. One-on-one against the defender, beats him, looks to get a cross in. That's going to go out for a Brookman goal kick early on. Yeah,
conditions there. As I say, the wind is blustery. No advantage. It's swirling. When I played, it was probably the worst conditions you played in. Rain was okay. Heat wasn't great, but wind's the worst of the lot, really. You've got to judge the flight of the ball so often. Home side SGS playing kind of 2 wing backs, 3 centre backs, holding midfield player, 2 up top and 2 on each flank. So it'll be interesting how they go.
Number 9 here for Brook House, looking to cut the ball back in. He stops. Jenkins is now trying to tackle him. Cuts inside to the box, now to the edge of the box. And number 8, loose touch now. It finds 6. SGS have been able to force them back and apply a bit of pressure. So now out now to the left wing. Centre back with gloves on, stepping forward, plays it in field. SGS under early pressure here. Brook House working it nicely from side to side. The ball is forced back temporarily though, and now on the halfway line.
It's good from SGS, isn't it? Good shape. I mean, they haven't got the ball, but, you know, they're pressing, they're keeping their shape, they're hard to play through. It's really good.
They want it back here, and now there's a chance for a counter-attack with Uwuhu towards Weaver, but the pass is a little bit short. The ball deflects off Jack Nunn. That'll be the second time now the goalkeeper's picked it up for the away side. You have to think, Jeff, with the conditions being so windy, the game plan will be to keep the ball on the floor. Yeah,
keep it on the floor, keep your passes as short as you can, keep possession. This side are a boarding school, and they've got a variety of nationalities in their ranks, a lot of them from Europe. So whether we're seeing a little bit of a European-style play, I'm not sure, but they're happy at the back to keep the ball and pass the ball. The goalkeeper looks quite confident with his feet. Let's hope he's not too good with his hands.
SGS again trying to apply pressure with the high press, and they have done. They forced Brook House into a throw deep inside their own half.
Just look at that corner. You can see on the corner flag there how the wind's affecting. I was talking earlier about the blustery conditions, but it's a bit of a hoolie blowing at the moment. The assistant referee's flag also is really extended. So, yeah, as you said earlier, it's important. You know, quality of pass, quality of the ball to your teammates is paramount.
Good turn there from number 9 for Brook House, looking to stride forward. It's now with the 60 who's had a lot of the ball early on, with his socks rolled down.
You know some of these lads, don't you, Joe? Some of the SGS you played with and against some of the lads.
That's right. Number 11, Jack Nunn, knew him from school when he played with me for Mangotsfield when I was a good footballer. Now I'm doing the commentary, but yeah, I know him. And Spike Weaver, number 10, I played with. Number 4, Ollie Jenkins, I know he's at Yate Town. So he's got a bit of experience, bit of a new role for Ollie today. He's playing centre back, and for Yate he's been playing a bit more further forward. But it's nice to see some of the lads I know being given an opportunity with their under-18s.
Yeah, it's good for his football development as well, Ollie Jenkins. If he plays one position for his club and he does a different one here, it's all adds to how he'll evolve as a footballer.
A lot of minutes as well. The ball's played forward here. The goalkeeper thought about coming out. He thinks twice, and now it's with number 9, Wawa, up against the defender. Plays it back to Stevens Wong. Comes back to Wawa. Shot comes in off the post. And it's followed in. Oh, and it's just wide from SGS.
Wow. That's as close as it gets without scoring, obviously. But good build-up play. Front man up there, Big Jordan, doing a good job holding the play up. The initial ball in wasn't really that good, but they got away with it. And in the recycle, it was a good strike and pinged the post. I think the goalie saw it, but he didn't move, did he, the keeper? So corner left-hand side.
First major chance falling to the hosts. Now we've got a chance with a corner. It must have taken a deflection on its way through. The wing-back Stevens Wong will be with it, the number 2. In-swinger from the left. Hicks looks to win the header towards the back post, and it's gone in. And I'm not sure if that's Hicks' goal, but SGS have an early lead here. Spike Weaver's stuck in the net. I think he's claiming it is goal. The smiles all around from SGS as they take the lead. And Brookhouse's poor form looks to continue here as SGS do take the early lead, and that's a good start, Jeff.
Yeah, simple goal. Marcus Thatcher, the coach, will be pleased with that. Set play from the left-hand side. Primitive corner, wasn't it? Really hung it up on the win, but I think I'd give the goal to Jake Hicks, really. I don't think we've got goal line technology. We haven't got goal line technology, but we headed it straight back from where it come across the keeper to the far post. It looked as though it'd probably cross the line, but teammate made sure it's gone in. But the most important thing is off to a really good start after less than 10 minutes, 1-0.
It's one of those where you don't know whether Weaver's offside in that situation because the ball's headed back in. Is he occupying the goalkeeper and is he offside? But I don't think he got a touch on it, so the linesman wouldn't have given anything anyway. SGS looking to build on their lead. They're already pressing again. So with number 10, who's actually seen a lot of the ball drop in early. Gone out for a SGS throw on midway inside their own, on the halfway line.
Yeah, good start. They'll be pleased with that. I mean, fairly equal the game, but set plays are so important, really important, Joe. So many goals come from set plays, and as I said, the delivery wasn't clever. It wasn't clipped in. It was just hung up on the win. But the most important thing is that they're on the end of it, and it's a good start.
I think from a Brookhouse point of view, to concede a set piece that early on must be extremely frustrating, given they started quite bright. And here they come forward, though. It's gone out for a Brookhouse throw in deep inside SGS's half on the left-hand side here. First chance for them to cause a bit of trouble in that box. They haven't actually been able to penetrate it as yet. Ball's in the air. Couple of second balls. They win the second ball. Now they're entering the box. Chance for a shot, perhaps. 16 on the edge of the box. Has to play back, as we saw earlier. And it's a good step from the Brookhouse number 4. Infield. Jenkins, Hicks looking to commit. The goal scorer. Number 9, just a few touches here. Looking to retain the possession far on the left side. It's a nice touch from Stevens Wong to force the throw in. A bit further up this time. So
I like SGS out of possession as well, actually. Yeah. They're very well organised. As I say, they've got like 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, holding midfield player, 2 up top and 2 wide men. And out of possession, they really get a good unit. They're hard to play through, very well organised, and good start, really good start, promising.
Yeah, we can see a game plan coming through. Brookhouse might have more on the ball, but SGS look a bit dangerous on the counter, especially with Weaver and Awalha. But at the minute, it is Brookhouse in possession. SGS staying in their disciplined shape. And they are forcing the visitors back to the goalkeeper. And here he is chasing again, number 9. Goalkeeper's seen a lot of the ball early on, as Jeff pointed out. It seemed like got a few foreign players, and that maybe has sort of been reminiscent in their play style this early on.
Well, on this type of surface where, it's 3G and, you need to be comfortable on a football. Otherwise, it can get a bit lively around your feet. But, yeah, I think the goalkeepers had more touches than any player on the pitch so far for the away side.
Well, I remember you told me, Jeff, once that the goalkeeper was the position who had the most touches on the pitch. I didn't believe you. I thought it was the centre-back.
Yeah, no, goalkeepers, because they take the goal kicks, of course. Yeah. But, yeah, goalkeepers have more touches of a ball in a 90-plus minute game than any other position. You wouldn't want me having too many touches when I played.
Well, I'm sure you scored plenty. If they were touches, there might be headers into the goal, Jeff. Balls with SGS here, midway inside their own half. First sort of spell of possession here has been mainly on the counter-attack, but it's Brookhouse back in their usual shape now. Forced back to the centre-back Ollie Boyce, who was actually incidentally a late replacement, as the centre-back Bogdan Mara did not pass the fitness test. The ball's lofted forward by SGS. We're looking to chase, and he's going to get that. And he's broken the offside trap. 1-on-1 versus number 3 for Brookhouse. Shot comes in and it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
A good play, wasn't it? He just down the left-hand channel, came back onto his favoured right foot, Jordan, and crashed a shot to the keeper, who took it quite comfortably, the goalkeeper. He's got the ball again. But no, it's good. I mean, there's a lot of continuity, out of possession, good shape, and then quite a good counter-attack when we get on the ball.
Bit of a loose kick there by Boyce, and it's now with Brookhouse looking to try and keep it in. He does so. It's now back in possession, but having to be forced back early on. They don't mind it, though. They seem to want to make sure they keep the ball and don't give it back cheaply. What you must say, Jeff, is when SGS do have the ball, they are getting bodies forward quickly and they're being quite direct. Yeah,
it's good. I mean, they spring people out of the shape. Two guys up front who's fairly aggressive these days in terms of a formation, but the midfield guys are joining in, and the wide men also offering options. So yeah, they're good. I say good out of possession, good in possession, which for every coach is an ideal situation.
For just joining us, about 10-15 minutes in, that was 1-0 to SGS, an early goal from Jake Hicks from a header from a set piece. Ball's lofted forward by the visitors. Flick on, but that'll go straight into Britain's hands in goal.
It's one of his first touches, isn't it? Ben Britton in goal.
Yeah, not had a save to make, but we'll not see. We're only 10-15 minutes in, so Brookhouse yet to show that real hand, but it is SGS now looking to make it 2. It's 3, McCleary on the left. 1-on-1 versus number 2 for Brookhouse. Cuts inside, and it's clearance from number 9 tracking back. Most of the throw-ins so far have been on this near side. This time it's over by the coach's side. It's with Boyce on the halfway line for SGS. Jenkins and Hicks playing a bit of keep ball at the minute, but Jenkins has closed down quickly, and he does well, though, to play it out to his teammate Stevens Wong. Hicks now in duel with number 16 for Brookhouse. A lovely little ball. Nunn wins the threaded through pass, and now it's inside the box. He's offside. Got caught there by the camera angles there.
It's frustrating though, isn't it?
got a bit excited.
When I played in the game, if you're offside and the ball went to you, you were flagged as offside. But the modern laws are so different that it's the next phase of football before they'll actually flag for the initial offside. And we got excited then. We couldn't quite see the assistant referee,
No, exactly,
but,
yeah.
But I'm sure his flag didn't go up straight away. A bit of team news beforehand. Bogdan Mara should have been playing at number 6 for SGS today, but failed a fitness test in an hour or so before the game. So Ollie Boyce is originally a substitute, but he's slotted into.
Had a few touches already, Boyce, and he's done quite well. There's another one I know, actually. He's from the year below. So most of these guys are, as I am a second-year student, most of these guys are my age, but Boyce is from the year below, so he's doing well to step up to the level. This one. It's now Brookhouse with the ball. It's a lovely ball into the box, and it's a good claim by Britain. Bit of an in-swing, and the wind does catch them. And
held up a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did a little bit, and that's the first time he's had to come out and be brave. But it's nice to see Brookhouse, swinging the ball into the box, because there's been a lot of intricate and tidy passes so far, but that was the first time that SGS have been under any sort of danger. Now wide to Tulloch, striving forward the ball. Nunn comes out wide for him, plays it even further wide. Now it's with McCleary on the left-hand side, up against number 2 again. Beats him. Looks to get to the byline, cuts it in. Oh, thought it was an own goal for a second. It's going to be put behind for SGS corner, but Jeff, they're bright again.
Yeah, very good down that. I think the left-sided player for SGS has got his opposing defender on toast. To be honest, I mean he went to go on the outside, McCleary, and then just came inside. He looks as though he's got 2 decent feet on him actually, so that's hard to play against because you could go either way, outside or inside, and his aggressive play has forced another corner.
SGS goes short from the corner. Here is McCleary. He's got the opposite fullback in support. Stevens Wong with the ball in swinging. This is where they scored from the goal early, and they do get the head to this ball from Nunn, but unfortunately goes just wide of the post. And Brookhouse has a chance to reset here. Just trying to get a foothold of the ball again.
Is this your debut on football coverage? It is mine.
It is with you, Jeff. I did do a commentary that was without a co-host. I stood outside, and it wasn't a very nice day. It was for SGS. They played the Oval. I think they lost on penalties in the cup, so that was it was a tricky one for everyone. We did do a bit of commentary for the rugby stream a few weeks ago now, but this is
you're a veteran. You're a veteran. You're a veteran.
I don't know about that, Jeff. We're getting there.
But yeah, it's new for me working with you students. I'm enjoying every minute, every second of it. But massive shout out to the sports media students who are running the stream today. There's lots of people working really hard to make this happen. A lot of them are outside as well in the cold. So bravo to each and every one. Just to remind you, applications still open for 2024-25 entry. So get online if you want to be part of this great setup here at SGS.
Nice little segue there, Jeff. Ball's gone out for a Brookhouse goal kick, but that was another little. It might be. Yeah, it is a goal kick. I thought it was a throw in then, but another nice period of possession there for SGS, looking to double their advantage.
I think if we had the information to get on the Sky Sports coverage and TNT and BBC, it'd probably shown about 75% possession for SGS. I would think if we had that kind of information.
Well, yeah, but Brookhouse have had a fair. I must say, Brookhouse's possession's been in their own half, hasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, look.
Oh my God, the ball's going back to. Oh, it's an own goal. SGS are now 2-0 up, and the loose pass back from Brookhouse, and suddenly out of absolutely nothing, it's been a set piece and an own goal. Mind the pass back was about 40 yards out. The goalkeeper was scrambling back. It reminds me of an incident where I remember Charlton played Sunderland in the playoff final a few years ago. And that exact same thing happened. Not quite a similar stage, but now SGS do find themselves 2-0 up, Jeff.
Well, poor goalkeeper there. It was played back with a bit too much pace on it. It gathered momentum with the wind behind it, the ball. And on these kind of pitches, the ball just goes quicker and quicker as opposed to slowing down on natural grass. But it was a comedy moment watching the goalkeeper realise he couldn't run fast enough. And it was a bit like the anthill mob running. He was going as fast as he could, but he was making no impression on catching the ball up. And disastrous for the away side, who were getting themselves back into the game, but just a bit sloppy all round, really, a bit sloppy and too comfortable on the ball. I think it's one of the things of the so-say modern game, Joe, where, pass the ball around at the back, keep possession. Sometimes it's better just to play the ball up the field and, not create your own problems. And that was kind of self-provoked own goal, really. No pressure on them at all.
No, as you said, Brookhouse. Oh, it's a bit of a mistake here from SGS, but Boyce just about gets away with it. Now it's Brookhouse's turn to press, and there's a possible chance, and there's a free kick on the edge of the box. Bit of a sloppy one from SGS there. None with the foul. Not too pleased with the referee there, None.
I think it was a foul. As you say, it was sloppy. I think Marcus Thatcher, the coach, he didn't want the players playing a side who've lost 6 from 7 to get kind of beyond their station. And it's really important at this stage they don't get sloppy, don't get loose, because give this side a chance and they take it. All of a sudden, a 2-0 game is a 2-1 game. So just got to get away from those tendencies of just being a little bit sloppy on the ball.
And whilst you think SGS at 2-0 are firmly in control, we know, well, I think you know, Jeff, having been a footballer, that it's a bit of a dangerous scoreline. Yes, if SGS go and get a third and before half-time, you might think the game is over. But at this stage, with a free kick in a sort of position.
Well, Man United Newport on Sunday, I was watching that. United 2-0 up, then all of a sudden Newport got a goal back.
Free kick comes in, straight at the wall. Bit of a deflection, hooked away there from Ollie Jenkins, and SGS deal with the initial phase of pressure. Brookhouse looked to retain a bit now. SGS can potentially bury again. He's got 4-3 here. It's with McCleary on the left-hand side. Weaver's on the left side. Weaver on the overlap. Weaver looking to get a strike with his left foot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Back to Weaver now. And the goalkeeper at the second time of asking does claim it. But Jeff has said earlier about SGS's counter-attack, and it's another example of that there.
Yeah, very good, very swift. As you say, at one point there was more attacking players than there were defenders, and it was a good effort. Spike Weaver did well. He got it back onto I guess it's his favourite foot, and hit it across the goalkeeper. And the opposing custodian made a decent enough save. But, in a split second, wasn't it, really? It was like, from being in a defensive position in their own half, SGS sprung it and very much quick. They look good going forward, don't they? They look really good going forward. Really
dangerous. Not, there's not even have to be many passes, but it's get players forward, get players balls into the box. I suppose if you've got two attack-minded wing-backs with some good ball players in midfield, and you can afford to do that. They have got possession here with Ollie Boyce. Pressure being applied from number 11 from Brookhouse. With McCleary on the left-hand side. They can take on his man. He's had success against number 2 before. And he has done again. Number 6 trying to come across. McCleary now cutting inside. Finds Weaver. Bit of a loose touch from Weaver. Now number 8 for Brookhouse looking to stride forward. Loose pass and picked up by Garrod. It's now Ollie Jenkins. Bit of a triangle from SGS formed by Hicks and Boyce. Now back out to McCleary, looking to target and isolate his number 2 again. Beats him again. McCleary looking to get to the dead ball line. And that's going to be another corner from SGS. And all SGS 25 minutes into the game here. And well, another set piece, and we did get a goal from the set piece earlier, Jeff. Is this another chance to make it 3?
Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they'll go the same way, I'm sure. I like Sam Garrett. He's playing a nice role wearing number 8 in the navy shirt and sky blue shoulders. But he sits in and breaks a lot of things up. And when they get possession, he plays things nice and simple. He's on the edge of this box with his hands on his hips, which you should never be doing. But he's playing well. I like the look of him.
Ball in from Stevens Wong. It's a deep one towards the back post, similar to where Hicks won the header earlier, but this time it has gone out for a goal kick. But as you mentioned, Garrett playing a bit of a deeper role allows Nunn, Hicks to go forward. It allows McCleary to play a bit more advanced on the left-hand side, and Stevens Wong's doing the same on the opposite side, and he's the one taking the set pieces at this moment in time. It'll be a goal kick here for Brookhouse.
Do you reckon he's had more touches than anyone on the pitch?
We said it earlier. I think he definitely has now, but he's had to pick the ball out of the net a couple of times as well, Jeff.
Yeah, they're the worst 2 touches, aren't they? Having to get out your own net.
Free kick here to Brookhouse. A foul there, I think, by Jack Nunn or Jake Hicks in the deep inside the Brookhouse half.
So the aim today is to win and hope results go our way, and we'll be second in the table. So at the moment, things looking pretty good.
Yeah, as you say, Jeff. SGS currently on 13 points, having played 9. This win will take them to 16, having played 10. That'll be their fifth win of the season, I believe. Or 4th win even.
I like your maths there, the way you worked that out. They're on 13 and they win, they go to 16. That's good.
Jeff, that was my grade 6 in maths coming through there.
I shouldn't talk about maths, goodness me.
It's with boys. Size to no nonsense clearance there towards who holds it up initially, but Brookhouse do well to win it back. Nunn steps in. Boyce again with the header. He's come back to the number 9 target man. He spins his man. He does extremely well.
Brilliant.
He's got Stevens Wong on the outside. Here is Stevens Wong. Gets to the ball first. And he's entering the box now. Chance for a cutback. Pulls back to Weaver. Just about squirmed away from Brookhouse. And now there's the chance for them to counter-attack. 10 to toe pokes it forward. But number 8, Garrett, who you said you like, Jeff, stepping in there. And now SGS have a chance to keep the ball. Here is Garrett again. Finds Weaver coming deep from his striking slot. It's now with Jack Nunn in midfield. Looking to play it out here to Stevens Wong. Stevens Wong's got space to run at his fullback, who's been a lot of success on McCleary's side, but it's a chance for Stevens Wong. It's going to go out for a goal kick. It's lovely defender there from 16. Stevens Wong not quite getting as much joy from his fullback as McCleary is from his.
Yeah, he did well, the defender, in that situation. But again, we saw Garrett there. He's just got the attributes to play in that role, hasn't he? I'm not sure if he doesn't need to be very quick because he reads the play quite well and he plays it nice and simple when he gets on it. He's also that kind of that confidence where he rolls his foot over the ball sometimes when he's not under immense pressure, and it just shows a confidence about his game that is good. I don't think he gives the ball away very often as well, which is pretty useful when you're in a possession-based sport.
Keeps it simple,
good.
yeah.
There he goes.
Here he is again. Looking to get a return, perhaps. It will taking it on. It's now with Stevens Wong. SGS knowing that 2-0 up, they don't have to force the issue really anymore. Did at the start of the game where Brookhouse had the majority of the ball, and instead it's actually the visitors chasing the ball. It's a lovely play from SGS. They can't really get near him at the minute, and they are forced back slightly. Boyce now with time to assess his options. It's a nice left-footed ball towards McCleary. McCleary has had a lot of success, and he's going to get to this one. Extremely pacey, this fullback. Caused a lot of SGS's success so far. Just recycled here back to Turlock at centre-back. Nunn's fouled, I believe, and that will be a free kick. Probably the most obvious foul you're going to see of this game.
Great possession, wasn't it, there? It must have been about 15 or 20 passes from right into the middle, back out to the right, then the big switch across. Very good.
It's important to just take the sting out of the game sometimes. Here's Jake Hicks making a bit of an advanced run to the box, looking to get a shot away. It's cut out by Brookhouse, only temporarily though, and McCleary's going to look to come back and run at his man. Does go back this time to Tulloch. Brookhouse win it back in centre of SGS's they're in half even, and now it's Tulloch looking to recover. Brookhouse now have it on the right-hand side with bodies over. It's going to be a throw into SGS, well recovered again. You said earlier about their out of possession play, and it's another example of that. They're just really, hunting in packs. They're winning the ball back. They're counter-pressing very well. I just wonder if it's like that 3-second rule that coaches always talk about, whether SGS has got that applied to him. But meanwhile, McCleary's now broken the offside trap. He's got number 2 looking to try and beat him again. This time McCleary's gone past him again towards the byline. Cut back towards the right side of the pitch, but it's cut out. Number 7 coming to retrieve it for Brookhouse. Ball's pinned up in the air. Number 11 looking to retrieve it. Jenkins wins that individual duel and Garrett's into step and recycle the play. SGS going to slow it down here with Britain.
Good play again, wasn't it? I mean, that was the other side of them. We've seen a lot of like possession, short passes, 15 pass build up there. As that was a really great ball from Ollie Boyce, who just clipped it left-footed, and our man McCleary, who's a real handful for the opposing side as a wing back. He's got great engine, great legs, and he got himself on the end of it. So that was an example of them playing quite simple but quite long, effective, as opposed to playing passing football, which is equally effective in a different way.
I think sometimes if you have a series of passes, then the opposition's comfortable in their shape. Suddenly, if you spring one quickly, and it means all of them are sort of haven't got the momentum behind them, and that's why McCleary's been so valuable, because he's got that ability to stretch the defence. None's making the run beyond him, and he finds none. None looking to take on number 8, his opposite man. None, a bit of trickery, gets to the byline. Ball's not the best across, and it is hooked away. It will be a throw-in as opposed to a corner. SGS with a lot of success on this left-hand side. I wonder if something that Brookhouse may change in the second half in terms of personnel.
Well, more likely formation than personnel, I think. I think they just maybe need a little bit more stability in the way they're lining up. They're fairly flexible, and they haven't got like a back four as such, and maybe they just need to have a little bit more organisation throughout their team. But at the moment,
Weaver's brought down there. Is that going to be a free kick? It is. And luckily for Brookhouse, I mean, I say luckily, they are 2-0 down, but on this occasion, it's not. It's just outside the box. It's not going to be a penalty, but
it's like a short corner in hockey, isn't it? By the looks of it.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's
almost on the goal line.
It's a bit of a hard one to cross here, I think, because it's not quite a corner, so there's no time for the ball to. But as long as he can get the flight on it, Weaver, then it might just be a simple touch into the back of the net. We'll see.
Come on, Spike.
SGS got 5 bodies in the box. Spike towards the front post. Goalkeeper palms it away. Brookhouse looking to counter, but McCleary's doing his defensive duties this time and picks up possession for SGS. It's recycled back to Ollie Boyce looking to switch. McCleary, who I just talked about doing defensive work, now got the ball towards the corner flag, looking to take on his number 2 again. Number 2's really struggling this game, it has to be said. McCleary to Spike Weaver, looking to get out his feet. Gets the shot away, just wide of the post on this occasion, but SGS I don't see a world where Brookhouse, unless they get a goal in the next, before half time, it's all SGS, and you think they're going to be the ones to get the next one.
Yeah, I think the wind, as blustery as it is probably helping SGS more than it is the away side, Brookhouse. But again, a great ball there from Ollie Boyce. Pinged it about 50 yards, almost without looking really, and we know he's on the receiving end of it. It's down the left-hand side, and it was Amari McCleary who was there again. He's growing into the game. He gets the ball an awful lot, and he's one of several players who are catching my eye, approaching half an hour or so.
So you say about the win, Jeff, does that mean in the second half it should go Brookhouse's favour?
Well, it may help them a wee bit, but, I often found playing against the wind was easier than playing with the wind, because sometimes the wind at your back, it's hard to gauge the ball going forward, because the wind can carry it beyond, whereas into the wind, you'll never overhit it, that's for sure.
Brookhouse coming forward on this occasion. Oh, I thought we'd just seen the goal of the season there from Brookhouse. It just goes wide of the post. The hand
strike, wasn't it?
The player's got his hands on his head, so it must have been quite close. We couldn't really tell from this angle. The goalkeeper was at full stretch, and that would have been quite funny. Absolutely nothing. Britain's had about 3 touches of the ball. His 4th may have been to pick out the goal net, but on this occasion it is a goal kick. But there was a bit of an example there. Brookhouse aren't, we talked about earlier about the free kick. SGS can't be naive. They need to make sure they've got a hold of this game.
That's a good strike. Sometimes, in possession, the opposing players, they just hit it from distance. They can't do much about it other than hope that it goes wide. And I think at that point, our man Ben Britton was hoping so, because it engaged him, didn't it? But just went away, thankfully, to his right-hand side. But you made the point earlier, quite right, Joe. It just takes a second.
Is Weaver looking to make it 3 into Brookhouse box? A few ball rolls before getting the shot away, but this time it's straight into Britain's palms. The thing is, Jeff, not Britain's palms, sorry, the opposite goalkeeper. The thing is with Jeff, with Britain not having to do much so far, I mean, if a shot like that suddenly, catches him cold on a cold day like this, he's not warmed up necessarily.
Yeah, it's one of the challenges, isn't it, for goalkeepers at any level and every level? You know, I mean, your team may dominate a game, which, as you say, means you don't get many touches, but you've got to keep yourself alive. You've got to keep concentrating, and you've got to keep yourself as warm as you can for that moment when you are engaged. So that's something all goalkeepers have to come to terms with.
So I looked very composed at the back there. Looked like for a split second that it was going to be a loose touch that Brookhouse could have capitalised on, but instead it's actually going to be an SGS throw in inside Brookhouse's half as we approach sort of the latter stages of the first half now. It'll be Ollie Jenkins, the right-sided centre-back with the throw-in. One thing to note is we believe Tulloch would have played left centre-back if Bogdan Mara was fit to play. Incidentally, here's Spike Weaver looking to get a shot away. Jinxing past a few players, does get the shot, but it was a lovely recovery from number 3 in the end. Joining us here, 10 minutes till half-time, it's 2-0 to SGS.
Is that his name Spike? Is that his actual name on his birth certificate, or is that what the lads call him?
I think it is Spike, yeah.
Yeah, Spike, yeah.
I mean, it's unique. You've got to give him to it.
Yeah.
So now with a bit of a loose pass there from Brookhouse. Stevens Wong in possession, just looking to slow it down a little bit. Chatnam goes direct, though. Commanded well from number 4. Loose ball's picked up by Nunn. He's got McCleary on the left-hand side, and we know what threat he's been in so far. Nunn turns away, though. Plays a little ball into Iwawaha. Holds off the challenges from the centre-backs. Now it's with Stevens Wong looking to take on his man. Gets to the dead ball line. Nice covery initially from 16, but I think it has gone out through it. Throw in, but potentially a corner.
Throw in, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Good little contest, isn't it, between Stevens Wong and the 16 who's up against. That was a corner.
Yeah. I was a little bit confused. I thought the ball went out. But
this will be interesting to watch the flight of this one, because this is going into the wind as opposed to the ones that come across from the left.
A bit more lofted, this one. And it's sort of gone towards the edge of the penalty area.
Didn't really reach, did it?
Just wonder if SGS could go short on those sort of outswinging. If they have got a left foot, lovely play from Stevens Wong. This one's a bit of a better ball in, hung in the air. Number 9. Iwaha looking to get the shot away. It's probably the first time he's actually had that sort of half chance in front of goal. He's been involved in other capacities. He's been holding the ball up very well, but that's the first time he's sort of tried to make amends in the penalty box. Referee's just going to ask the goalkeeper to play it again here. Jeff, with 10 minutes of the half left, how do you feel SGS have done?
Doing well, really well. I think 2-0 is a fair reflection. 2-0 lead for SGS is a more than fair reflection. Maybe there could be 3 up in terms of the possession they've had and efforts at goal, but it's a lot to do still. I mean, 2-0 is a good lead, but I'd rather be. People say it's a dangerous lead to have. I'd always rather be 2-0 up than 2-0 down. I never quite understood how it can be a dangerous lead, but it's still not a lead that can't be surpassed. So they've just got to keep doing the right things and playing the right way, which I think for 99% of the half that they've acquitted themselves really well. So
looking to thread a ball through to McCleary. It looked like McCleary's never going to get that. Number 2 just about snuffs it out, but it will be a throw in deep inside Brookhouse's half.
See that corner flag, Joe? It's still really, really on the wind, isn't it? It just shows how much wind there is. And as I say, it's mostly at the moment supporting SGS in terms of the direction.
I suppose it gives it, especially on the shots, it gives it a little bit of a tailwind. So that Hicks's header earlier, would that have gone in if there was no tailwind? You actually don't know, because the flight of the ball went over the goalie. I'm just trying to think, Jeff. You said about it's not a matter of personnel with McCleary attacking the fullback. Is it a case of Brookhouse's winger coming back to support him, or the centre back coming across a bit more often?
Yeah, they need players to help each other. But if the basic formation hasn't got a player in that position, the right-sided player, if he's not there, he can't help, obviously. So it's just a matter of their coach needs to look at, do they need to be a little bit more basic in their formation? Certainly out of possession. But that's where SGS are good. I mean, they drop back into a good organised formation when they haven't got the ball, SGS. But when they get it, it's like red arrows, and they break forward, left, right and centre. So at the moment, Brookhouse can't do that. They just look a bit ragged when they haven't got the ball.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed, in fact, is when out of possession, the centre-backs for SGS are stepping forward. It allows the likes of Jack Nunn to come forward and press, invert and press the fullbacks. So that's obviously been something told by the coach, and it also allows Britain to come high off his line. Talking of Britain, he is in possession of the ball here with...
Could have a shot here, couldn't he?
Well, maybe if he was playing rugby. Ball reaches Weaver, doesn't win the initial contacts, and chance for Brookhouse to just slow it down. It's number 2, who's been seen a lot of out of possession stuff. It's now with Boyce. Hooks it towards the centre of the pitch. Brookhouse look to now get a foothold of the game again.
See Sam Garrett again there. Do you just see the way he got that tackle in midfield? Yeah. The ball broke to Boyce, but Garrett is he's got that lovely ability to be near the ball a lot of the time, which for a lot of midfield players that's an absolute gift.
You said earlier he's not particularly quick, but if he's 2 steps ahead of the game, then he's going to read everything. He's going to snuff everything out.
Well, one of the best players I ever played with was Marcus Stewart, who went on to have a great career after Bristol Rovers, and he wasn't particularly quick, but the first 10 yards were in his head, so his movement and his anticipation made him so much better than his raw attributes. And he played at the highest level. And when he was at Ipswich, he was a top English scorer in the Premier League the year that Thierry Henry was the main man. So not too bad having your CV, is it?
Shout out to former student Otis, who did a motor neuron disease project on Marcus Stewart, and that
Brilliant.
that was a he got a distinction for that. So fair play to him.
Brilliant. Is that available for people to read or get hold of?
Not yet.
Hopefully,
maybe in the works.
Hopefully one day we will. No, that's brilliant. He's a great friend of mine, Marcus, and anyone and everyone who can highlight that horrendous illness, which they can't even treat, never mind cure, is credit to Otis. Well done.
Game sort of preaching towards the break now.
And a shot on goal for ages, have we?
No, the wind isn't letting up though, and that's with number 7 for Brookhouse, far on the left-hand side. 16 looking to come in field. Stevens Wong not applying significant pressure. Nunn's just now closing him down. Forcing Brookhouse back again, not for the first time this game. It's now back with the goalkeeper who's seen a lot of the possession. The guy with a Skinner, he must think his head's a little bit cold in this weather.
Well, I don't know. He's been busy enough, hasn't he, probably?
True, yeah.
He's had a lot to do.
Brookhouse looking to make amends towards the end of the half. McCleary's been doing a lot of attacking, but this time he's defending. Fullback does well initially. Still got the ball here. Breaks towards the end of the box. Nunn clears it out, but that might go through a corner.
Throw in, I think.
Perhaps, yeah.
Good play by the away side. Brookhouse, just a little bit of a pre-half-time warning to Marcus Thatcher and his players that, the second half won't be easy because, they're comfortable on the ball. They're confident on the ball. So, I don't know, 5 minutes or so to go to half-time. It's still a game that's in the balance, but advantage very much with SGS.
You say about Man United, Jeff, it actually reminds me of Charlton Athletic a bit.
Are you a Charlton fan? You've mentioned them so many times.
I do get that.
The addicts.
Yeah, that would be a bit easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's got a bit of Charlton about it. And Man U.
Ball breaks here to SGS.
Are they your team, Charlton? Go on, admit to the world that they are. No denial, I notice.
They had former Bristol City manager Dean Holden in the dugout. I don't think I can be a Charlton. It's with Brookhouse now inside their own half. Ball's gone back to the goalkeeper here. To be fair to Brookhouse, the last 10-15 minutes, they responded well to being 2-0 down.
They have.
Yeah.
They have. But I also think a little bit SGS have just switched off a wee bit. They may be happy with their 2-0 advantage, which is good. But for no apparent reason, they've just lost their momentum, which I'm sure Marcus will have noticed, and they'll be having a bit of a word at half time. Yeah,
it's definitely a good omen for the visitors going into half times. Make sure they come out in the second half and try and get that goal back, because at the minute, it's McCleary. They're running at his fullback again. He beats him again. McCleary looking to cut inside. Doesn't get a shot off this time. Mainly been crosses on his left foot. Will a bit frustrated in the centre of the box. Thinks that the cutback should have been played. McCleary's opposite number, Stephen Wong, will come and take this corner.
Yeah, I don't mind that though. He's had a rip at goal. If that's gone in the top bins, we'd have been saying what a great goal. If you don't shoot, you're never going to score. But he really has got the upper hand, hasn't he, McCleary? Well on top down that left-hand side.
Here he is again, receiving the pass from the corner back to Stevens Wong. Wong looking to force it deep into the box. The wind holds it up, and it's header won by Ollie Boyce at the back post. This time the goalkeeper does come and claim it. Do wish I knew the goalkeeper's name, because I feel like he's had the ball most. But chance for Brookhouse here to counter-attack. Massive chance here for number 9, taking on Tulloch. Looks to get to the byline, stab towards goal, and suddenly Brookhouse has scored. out of absolutely nothing, a counter-attack from the set piece. And we talked about it, Jeff. They get a goal back. The momentum had a little bit shifted. And, you know, if we talked about after half-time getting the goal, it's before it. And now suddenly the game's probably turned on its head a little bit.
Well, that's symptomatic of what we're saying about they just lost their kind of momentum, taking their foot off the gas. And that was a bad goal to concede, a straight ball down the middle. No one in their right positions. We would heralded the out of possession formation for SGS, but they were ragged there, and the ball's gone through to number 9. He's done a little bit of trickery, and then he almost stabbed it forward, didn't he? Didn't strike it, and it just found its way in. But that's a real warning sign for Marcus and his players.
SGS looking to respond early, though. None towards the byline. This time it's claimed again by the goalkeeper. We must say, Jeff, with SGS being 2-0 up in just minutes before half-time, did they need to have that many players in the box?
Well, it's okay putting men in the box, but we've said how well organised they've been, from front to back, from back to front. But for some reason, that organisation was missing, and the players who had been in really pivotal positions were AWOL.
Brookhouse temporarily look like they're going to go and force the issue a little bit again. This time the pass has gone astray and it's gone straight into the goalkeeper's gloves, and that should be fine for SGS now until half time. Unfortunately, we're not aware if there is a fourth official. I'm not sure if there is, but
fourth official.
Well,
do you want VAR as well? Goal line technology.
No, I can't see one, so we'll just have to wait upon the referee's whistle. Yeah,
I don't think there is. Just keep enjoying it. It's good. It's a good game, isn't it? It's a good game, and for the purist, the fact it's 2-1 now makes it a really interesting contest.
It's quite funny because Brookhouse have a lot of the ball, but suddenly one time they go a bit direct and they score from it. And chance again here for number 9, looking to take on Tulloch. Ball's played in field to number 11, looking to get on the half turn. Snuffed that well. Jack Nunn's looking for options. Plays it into Stevens Watt. Jenkins just looking to slow it down. Finds Garrod in midfield. SGS a little bit loose in possession there, and it's good pressing again from the visitors. And now, with minutes left of the half, they've got a bit of a chance here to make it 2-2 and draw level.
They're good on the ball, aren't they? Individually, they're natural footballers, and the goals give them that injection of confidence. And again, they've got the ball and they're playing with skill. And even my man Garrod there gave the ball away, which hitherto has been. Haven't said that, but it just shows how a goal affects
just a bit of
confidence and
just a bit of frustration on the faces of the SGS players at the minute. Jack Nunn, I know I've played with him before, so I know he's got that in his repertoire. But just got a bit of a feeling it's a free kick now to Brookhouse. So this is a few nervy moments towards the end of the half for SGS.
Got to concentrate, because if you go in 2 apiece, having led 2-0, that's a real blow, and it gives the opposing side a massive boost. So they've got to make sure they defend this.
Cross swung in from the left, swung outwards. Wynn holds it up, and SGS going to come away with the ball. McCleary looking to break. A vital touch there from the Brookhouse player. 16, who were the one who took the free kick, is now coming in field with it. Plays it out wide to number 9. Looking to take on Tulloch. We've said that a few times in the last few minutes. Ball breaks now to the halfway line, but it's still Brookhouse looking to apply some late pressure.
Better shape from SGS. They got themselves back into a good formation.
Yeah, but Brookhouse come again. It's now 7 on the left. Underlapping run from number 8. Forces a corner, I think. Yep. Jenkins unable to keep it in that time. And talked about the free kick, but this is probably the dying embers of this half now. It might be this chance or nothing for the visitors.
Yeah, got to concentrate. Make sure that defending set plays, defending this. It's the individual battle where I'm marking you, you're trying to get the advantage on me. And you've got to really show that you want that ball, you want to head it away, clear it away, much more than I want you to get on the end of it. So this is down to the organisation and the individual application.
It was an outswing a minute ago. It was an in-swinger this time from the right footer towards the box, cleared away nicely from Boyce.
Yeah, good defending from Boyce. That was the thing I was talking about. 1 against 1. He won his individual battle and got the ball away.
Vital header from Weaver just now, but it's going to come again. It's number 9. He's usually on the right-hand side. Now finds 6. Looking to thread a through ball. Bit of a crowded left-hand side here. Number 10 looking to force the issue. It's now with... Shot comes in. I think this time it's gathered nicely by Britton.
They've got the momentum, haven't they, Brookhouse? You
And
really have.
And even going in a goal down, it will still give them a bit of confidence.
Massively. I think first half of the first half was very much SGS, but this second half of the first period, the away side have really grown into the game and playing some decent football.
I'd say, so first 25, 30 minutes, all SGS, but suddenly, the momentum's completely changed. And I think it's a case of getting SGS into the dressing room now and just calming them down a little bit. A lot of you have to remember these players are 17, 18 years of age, and I understand that Brookhouse are as well, but sometimes it affects teams more than others. It looks like that is half time.
You go for the quiet spoken word, not the hairdryer.
Yeah, exactly. And and it is half time here. SGS 2, Brookhouse 1. It's been quite an exciting game. We'll be back very soon. Firstly, Jeff, give me your half-time thoughts.
I think the reflection 2-1 is about right from what we've watched, but I think that's a real shot across the bows for SGS, the fact they got that late goal, and they can't underestimate Brookhouse. They seem like a confidence side. They got the confidence from the goal and they can play. So they've just got to remember SGS, what got them into the 2-0 lead.
Yep.
It was being well organised. It mean transition from defence to attack was quick, was slick, was effective. And just got to go back to doing the things they did really well. I like Garrett in midfield. I really like McCleary down the left-hand side. Stevens Wong does well down the right-hand side. Other players playing well. But, just remember why they got in front and get back to that. But they've got a couple of choices. Paul Cronin, Jake Abraham, I'm told, are strikers. So they've got firepower on the bench. So advantage very much with our guys. Go back to what you did really well in the first period. And we'll be back to where we were. But it's a good game. I'm enjoying it. Really good game.
Yep. Thank you, Jeff. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes, very shortly, for the second half. Hello and welcome back to our live broadcast of SGS versus Brookhouse for the second half coverage. SGS currently lead 2-1. Jeff, how do you feel going into the second half with Brookhouse getting that late goal?
I think it was good to have a break, to be honest, for Marcus Thatcher, the head coach, and the players, just to kind of reset and reassess what put them in the ascendancy for the first 30 minutes or so. Then for some reason they lost momentum, lost control of the game. So reset button has been pressed. We'll have a little look at the lineups. It looks like it's the same 11 that finished the first half, but interesting now how the elements will now favour the away side, but it could be also to the home side's advantage, because sometimes playing into the wind is easier than playing with the wind at your back because you've got more control of the ball.
Yeah, incidentally, SGS's goals coming from number 7, Jake Hicks, within the first 5 minutes, and SGS doubled their lead after an own goal, after a poor back pass from one of the centre-backs, left the goalkeeper chasing the shadows. SGS kicking from right to left in the second half. But it's the visitors on the early attack here, looking to build on their late momentum in the second half, in the first half. Did you say it doesn't look like there's any changes thus far?
No, there's no reason to make changes at
No.
half-time. It was a side who were leading 2-1. It may have been an injury, but in terms of the performance, individual and collective, it was just go out and play it again, lads,
Yeah.
because they're doing by and large, doing okay.
You know, we don't want any more injuries after Bogdan Mara failed his fitness test earlier, but yeah, for now, it seems okay. SGS have got 4 substitutes on the bench. 2 midfielders in Brown and Shepherd, 2 forwards in Cronin and Abraham. If they need to come on and stretch the game later on, that will be an option for the visitors. Didn't have the chance to run you through the starting 11 earlier, so from back to front, number 1, Ben Britton in goal. 2, Isaac Stevens-Wong, we think he's playing right wing back. Amari McCleary's playing left wing back, he's number 3. The back 3 are Ollie Jenkins, number 4, 5, Dejan Tuluk, and 12, Ollie Boyce. Shot coming in from SGS, incidentally, just over the bar on this occasion. Sorry, just reading out the team sheet there. Camera's a little bit zoomed out there. We couldn't quite see what was going on, but that shot only went whiskers over the bar, and I think that would have been a very bright start from the home team. So just to carry on with the team sheet, as SGS looking to close down Brookhouse here. Sam Garrett anchor in the midfield, number 8. Jake Hicks and Jack Nunn, number 7 and 11 respectively, just playing ahead of him. And Jordan Awuwu and Spike Weaver, the 2 strikers.
Yeah, it was Jordan Awuwu had that shot then, really, from distance.
Yep.
And he had a real... Again, the ball just on the wind, it just kind of swerved, and the goalie was beaten if he just went over the crossbar. But good strike from the big man.
Bit of a pop shot there, and nothing bad with that, as SGS now just looking to have a bit of sustained pressure at the start of the second half. We knew that the visitors might have come out and had a go, because that usually catch them cold after them having a bit of an extended half-time break. But SGS looking to slow it down a little bit. Brookhouse now looking to have some possession of their own. Ball's played over the top. Bit of a loose ball, but Tulloch does well to win the ball after it bounced. Hooked away from Garrett. We were holding it up lovely. He's played it back to Jack Nunn. McCleary's making that overlapping option that he has done for the whole game. Nunn ignores him, but he beats 2 men into the box. There's a lovely interception there from the Brookhouse player, but a bit of an indication of what SGS can do and what we saw in the first 25 minutes of this game.
Yeah, again, McCleary, I mean, he's got great engine, hasn't he? He goes forward effortless, just glides on the surface. And he didn't get the ball, but the fact that he made the outside run took the defender's eye and
vacated the space for Nunn.
The opportunity, yeah.
Yeah. Here's Brookhouse looking to make a bit of an attack of their own, but Boyce is quick to come across. Ball's played down the lines to number 9, who incidentally was Brookhouse's goal scorer, sort of a goal out of nothing, with 15 minutes of the half left. Sorry, it wasn't 15, it's about 5 minutes of the half left. It's now with number 2 for Brookhouse on the far hand side.
It was just a poor goal to concede, wasn't it? Straight ball down the middle, where they've been so well organised in the first half, SGS, and for some reason there was no one where they should have been. And it was a good finish. Real poacher, real striker's finish, but from a defensive point of view, in the analysis, it was a bad goal to concede.
Full credit to the host, though, because they could have easily sort of capitulated at the start of the second half, but they haven't really given Brookhouse an opportunity to building that momentum in that first half. It's now with Ollie Jenkins looking to play a long ball down the line. Spike Weaver holds the ball up well. Looks like there's a substitute there, I must say, Jeff. Number 3, McCleary on the left-hand side, looking to take on his man as he did in the first half, looking to get to the byline.
Yeah, Cosmo Brown it is. He's number 14. He's come on at half-time.
Ball's chipped into the air. We can't quite see, unfortunately, because of the camera angle here. Here is Brown, as he talks about, wins the header. Now Woo looking to get on the second ball. Hoofed in the air from the Brookhouse men. Nunn wins the header towards the halfway point in the Brookhouse half. Bit of a better camera angle here. Now it's forced out wide to McCleary, looking to isolate his fullback again. Could go either way here. Goes to the byline on this occasion. Cuts back inside. Number 2 does extremely well on this occasion. He hasn't had much success in this game, but he has stood up well there. Now it's a chance for the visitors to counter-attack. Ball's a bit loose in the air. 14 Brown, who's made a bit of an impact coming on, bit of energy. Just trying to work out who's came off. I think it may be number 7, Jake Hicks. Tulloch stepping forward from centre back. Weaver wins the ball back well and looking to win the second ball. Does so. So Woo. It's now with Ollie Jenkins. So SGS sustained a bit of pressure here. Now out to Stevens Wong on the right hand side. Brookhouse quickly getting 2 players across to snuff out that danger on that occasion.
Yeah, you're right. Jake Hicks has come off at half time, and Cosmo Brown looks neat and tidy on the ball, doesn't he? Cosmo Brown, comfortable, shows for it. Good player.
He's making an impact. Yeah. As we said, Garrett's the one sitting, so it allows the other 2 midfielders to be a bit more free and a bit more licensed to roam. Just taking up a position on the edge of the box here is Brown. So Weaver looking to put the ball into the box. Iwobi wins the header, but it's going to be an easy claim for the goalkeeper. Brookhouse looking to release quick.
They've got a bit of confidence about them, haven't they? Because they finished the first half strongly. I think the half-time whistle was better news for SGS than it was for Brookhouse, who had the wind in their sails, metaphorically, at the time. But they're decent. They're individually good. It's just they're slightly disorganised, I feel. But when they're in possession, they're quite difficult to play against because you're not quite sure what they're doing in terms of their formation.
What I find quite interesting, Jeff, is you said earlier that off commentary that from Leicester, but they've got UE Bristol tops on, Jeff, and they're not quite Charlton Athletic.
You see, you got the mention again, haven't you? The addicts are in there again, but yeah.
In my head.
Yeah.
Here they come, Brookhouse, with a chance in the box, centre of the pitch, shot towards goal is in. Brookhouse have equalised out of absolutely nothing. SGS thought they rode the bit of pressure at the start of the second half, but not to be, as SGS now, from a 2-0 up, it's now 2-2, and I mean, at this stage in the game, it's now going to be the visitors on onus to, go and extend the lead.
Well, that's a massive, massive blow for SGS. Again, both goals they've conceded have been very, very scruffy. Good finish, number 16, the only player who's got gloves on the pitch, I think it was. But I don't know, the defence just seemed to back off and no one engage with the player, and it was a side-footed finish in the end, wasn't it? Very, very, very easy, almost benign, really, from the defensive aspect.
Obviously, we're in a position not to see any replays, but what it looked like the 16 had so much time to pick a spot. I said it was in the centre of the box, and it's just not an SGS player in sight to make that block. And it was a feeling that if SGS can go and get that 4th goal, as opposed to the visitors, then maybe that was their game to lose. But at this stage, it's in the balance now, and anyone can go for it.
Yeah, reset time. Really is reset time. Advantage with the away side, who've lost 6 out of 7 so far this season. So this is fairly uncharted for them. But you can see their confidence is growing in possession, having come from 2-0 down to 2 apiece.
Ball's played over the top here. That's a lovely ball. Now Brookhouse will make it to 3-2. Oh, it's a brilliant save from Britton. It has to be made because that was nestled in the bottom corner. But suddenly there was a moment from being 2-1 down within 2 minutes ago. Brookhouse could have found themselves 3-2 up there, Jeff.
Great save. Absolutely brilliant save from Ben Britton. It was a great ball from the right-hand side, right on the money. First touch of the recipient was class, and then his second touch was the effort at goal, which wasn't bad. But Ben Britton was quick off his line, spread himself, and made a crucial save. That was Well, I've had a couple of wake-up calls already, but that was a real massive alarm call.
Massive let-off as well for us. Lovely ball over the top initially. Seemed like the guy might have been offside, but he's not. But here's Brown, the substitute, looking to put SGS back in front, but not on this occasion. And it's Brookhouse with the emphasis to go and get the next goal again. They're playing a bit more direct this half, you have to say. They played some lovely football. Now it's a chance. Boyce looking to hold off number 10. He does it really well, to be fair. Boyce has to hook it clear. And, well, Ollie Jenkins loses his duel, and now suddenly Brookhouse have got possession. Shot comes in. Boyce recovers well. McCleary looking to do a bit of defensive work this time. Number 9's been a lot of hassle all game, and he does win a throw on this occasion. Suddenly, the game seems to be slipping away a little bit from the hosts.
Well, momentum very much with the away side. You find over 90 minutes that, there are spells when one side's on top, then it changes to the other side. But this is very much a time for SGS to stay organised, not panic, dig in, just keep the shape, and just get themselves back in the game by getting possession and keeping possession. But Charlton, your favourite side at the moment, they're looking the part, aren't they? You can't.
They are a League One team, Jeff. So the thing is, though, what you must say is, because it is now level, will we start to see Brookhouse maybe slow the game down a little bit? Might allow SGS to come back into it. It's been full of energy for the last 20 or 30 minutes of the game because they were losing. They had to go and essentially chase the game and force bodies forward. We might see it plateau a little bit now.
Well, it might, but momentum's a curious thing in sport, and at the moment they're just playing on adrenaline, they're playing on excitement, they're playing well. It's good, and our guys have just got to keep their shape, keep organised. That's good. The goalkeeper's throwing the ball out, so he's slowing it down a little bit, because when you're not in control of the game, the most important thing is just to slow it down, keep possession, and build yourselves back into the contest.
I think we didn't mention this earlier, but the captain today is Ollie Jenkins, and I think sometimes the reliability is on him and a few others to step up. And players of these age, that sometimes is what sets them apart from the rest. Can some of them just say to their fellow teammates, "Look, lads, we were 2-0 up. We know we can score goals here. Let's just get control of the game again and not force the issue." Because at the minute it's sort of one-way traffic. It looks like there's going to be a substitute here. Everyone's sort of looking towards the subs bench.
Yeah, well, that's why captains are captains, because they can affect the group. And in any group, at any level, at any age group, you get senior players, you get players who can affect it with their personality. So this is the reason you have captains. This is where the senior players come to the fore, and people who have, you mentioned Ollie, he's playing at a good level away from the college. So yeah, it's just a time to just impress. And a second roll of the dice by Marcus Thatcher. Who have we got on?
I'm not quite sure yet. We haven't yet to see. I'm not sure who came off either. It looks like he's playing quite advanced. It might be Cronin, the striker, because I know Abraham looks like he was also looking to warm up.
Where are those electronic boards with the fluorescent bright lights that they use on Premier League coverage at football? This is what we need.
Looks like a foul has been given against Spike Weaver. No, it's been given in favour of Spike Weaver. It's going to be a free kick to SGS on this left-hand side. So
it'll be Paul Cronin or Jake Abraham, one of the two strikers who will have come on. We'll see his number in a moment.
I imagine it's Cronin, but the biggest question is who's come off. Is it Owawu? He didn't have much success in the game, but his physical presence was definitely something that Brookhouse was struggling with. Weaver with the deep ball in towards the box. Headers won by the substitute. It's number 15, I think. So that's Shepherd, I believe, Jeff.
Yeah, Ben Shepherd, centre mid.
So that's interesting. Look like they're taking off a striker. It's come to Weaver on the edge of the box. Offside given against the striker. And it seems like everything's going against SGS at the minute. 2-0 up, in the first 20 minutes in the game. Suddenly it's 2-2.
Interesting substitution, isn't it? Taking off a striker to bring on a midfield player. But I'm just guessing Marcus Thatcher just feels they haven't quite got enough control in the midfield area, the centre of the park. So he'll forego a front man, flood the midfield to get more possession and more control, and then when they're in possession, it'll be those midfield players who've got to flood forward and support number 10 Spike Weaver, who seems to be at the top end of the pitch at the moment.
It just seems they've just lost a bit of that sort of out of possession dominance they had in the first period, and not as compact now. Everyone's looking over to the subs bench again, just seeing if Jake Abraham's come on. I don't think he has yet, but he was warming up a moment or two ago. There's 15 Ben Shepherd, the substitute on. It's played to Ollie Jenkins, the captain. Out Stevens Wong. Jenkins looking to play it forward. Just trying to keep up with the game here. Is offside given against the Spike Weaver again.
Yeah, they've just got to keep the faith of how they played well in the first 30 minutes, SGS. I mean, it was good passing football. It was out of the back. It was neat. It was tidy. Players knew where they were going to do, what they were going to do with the ball before they got the ball, and they just lost a little bit of that. So they go back to that kind of style of play, that confident play. They'll get themselves back in the game, but it's the individuals who only the individuals can do it. And Ollie Jenkins, your captain, you say he plays at Yate?
Yeah, plays
which
for
is a
Yate
good
Town.
standard. Yeah.
Yate are riding a lot of momentum at the minute. He scored last night, Jeff. So
Did he?
yeah. So thinking about it now, it's a bit strange that he played last night and he's playing today. He must maybe he's feeling it a little bit. Maybe that's why he's playing centre back.
Young lad, he's fine. Goodness me. How old is he?
I imagine he's 18.
Well, he could play tonight.
Chance for
and
SGS here.
tomorrow.
It's just been cut out by Brookhouse, but they won it back high with Shepherd, who's made a good impact since coming on, it must be said. It's Weaver. Here is Shepherd on the right-hand side, wearing a bit of a wristband on his hand. His right arm even.
A wristband? I think his whole arm's in a bandage. Some wristband.
Bit of a tape. bit of a big wristband.
Yeah, his entire right arm it looks like he's bandaged up, doesn't it, really? From his hand right beyond
Sort
his
of,
elbow.
Yeah.
The wristband.
It's going to be a corner here to SGS. The camera's just a bit out of focus.
Bit of quality you need. Just a bit of quality. Just step back and deliver quality.
As we saw in the first half with Jake Hicks's goal, can we see that again? It's going to be the fullback Stevens Wong, deep corner again. Header won by Jack Nunn. He rose very well there, it must be said, but the header has gone astray. Game has just slowed down a little bit. Might actually work in SGS's favour. When a team gets one goal, sometimes it can mean they get the second, and well, it has happened here, but as in terms of the second half, they yet to, since Brookhouse have scored, they haven't yet to build on that momentum. To be honest, SGS haven't faced many shots this game. It seems that everything they have faced has gone in there.
Almost 2 out of 2, I think. You're right. Going back to the corners that we've had, I just feel they need to be a bit braver with our delivery. They're a bit floaty, just get on the wind. And it's very hard to head a ball that's kind of hung up in the wind. If you come in with a bit of pace on, you can get a bit of pace on the ball going back. So just clip it in a bit flatter. Less chance of the wind affecting it.
I just think they've got to get a player short, play it short, and then at least the distance between the crosser and the players in the box is shorter, and that essentially means the ball's played in a quicker pace. Come to Brookhouse on the edge of the box here, chance to get a shot away. They do, and Brookhouse have scored, and it's 3-2. The visitors have completed the comeback.
Number 16 again.
the left wing back, I think, the left back, the one with the gloves, and suddenly SGS has gone in from a position of authority, and now they're trailing.
Again, didn't deal with the cross. I mean, it wasn't a great cross either. It was up in the air, and no one took the responsibility of dealing with the cross, and it come through to number 16, identifiable by his number and his gloves. It was a good finish, to be fair. A lot of composure across the goalkeeper, giving Ben Britton no chance at all. So this is a game that's gone from 2-0 up for SGS, 2-1 at half-time, then 2 second-half goals, all of a sudden chasing the game.
Commentator's Kurz, I was the one who said, you get 2 goals back-to-back. It hasn't quite happened. It has now. It sort of came out enough. The ball in, it's almost one of those where the defenders don't know whether to head it or to kick it. It was sort of at chest height. And that was the one that caused issues. Eventually, it fell to number 18. Is it 18? 16 it was, yeah. And it was a lovely finish. It seemed like the goalkeeper just could deal with his legs. But suddenly now the onus is on the host to, score 2 in the first 20 minutes, and now they haven't really troubled since. I wonder if Jake Abraham come on shortly, or Gronin, the centre strikers. Yeah, 2 strikers still unused. 2 subs that they've made, Marcus Thatcher's made, have brought on central midfield players. Now it's the time for goals. So yeah, I imagine he'll roll the dice and get at least one of his substitute strikers on. Chance here from Weaver, I think it was. Didn't quite catch it on the camera. I think it just went over the bar. Bit of a direct ball there from the goalkeeper initially. But you must say, Jeff, you talked about the fact that SGS now have 4 centre midfielders on the pitch. Has that actually gone against them in some sort of way? Yeah, they've lost their way, haven't they? I mean, I'm not saying it's his fault, but if you look how many times Amari McCleary was on the ball in the first half, loads in the final third, causing absolute havoc against Brookhouse. This half, he's only touched the ball a couple of times, and in nowhere has he affected the game. Noticeable difference, it has to be said. And now a situation where Tulloch on the left-hand side is having to deal with number 9 after a good kick from the goalkeeper. Number 15, Shepherd, who, to be fair to him, has done very well since coming on, plays it to Stevens Wong. He's looking to be the man to change the sort of tide for SGS with the incentive. He nutmegs his opponent, looks to play the ball down the line, but it's a bit of a sloppy one. And
he likes a meg, doesn't he? That full, that's his second. Stevens Wong.
the defender keeps allowing him to do it.
Yeah, he's still got to do it. Hope he's calling it, Megs. But again, my point about McCleary is not about him as a player. It's about how the team's playing and how much possession they've had.
Is it also about how Brookhouse has been able to limit him a little bit in terms of that? You know, you talked about the change in style for them. Maybe that has actually come to fruition.
Yeah, a bit of that, bit of everything really. Just changes.
Here they come again. Yeah, whipped into the box this time. It's not a bad ball. The wind sort of caught it, floated a little bit. It is McCleary talking of him, and he's just going to shepherd it out for a throw into SGS.
Got to really reset now. Not panic, because long way to go. But you know, not a time to feel sorry for themselves. Just got to build and keep confident, and you know, get themselves back in the game. Not chasing it yet. Not time to chase the game. Just got to find a way of playing. I think there's a substitution being made. If
you're joining us late, it is 3-2 now to the visitors. SGS did take a 2-0 lead inside the first 20 minutes. Brookhouse did get a goal back just before half time. But 2 quick-fire goals in the second half have changed the momentum of the game. And as you pointed out, Jeff, substitute, that is Jake Abraham coming on, the player who I also played with and I knew for 10 years. So, well, I still know him now, but yeah, I've known for 10 years. Very good striker, quick, will like to stretch the defence. Bit of a different sort of profile to Weaver. Weaver's got a bit more physical prowess about him, but it might allow SGS to go a bit more direct, and if they look for those diagonal switches, that's where they could have a bit of joy. Here is Weaver trying to battle his man. He does well. Referee doesn't give a foul. Coming forward now, striving forward with his carrying. Finds Abraham. Chance to make it 3-3. Abraham shoots. And I think it's just gone wide of the post. Yeah, just about.
Looked a good chance, didn't it? He did ever so well. I mean, he was strong. He held his man off. He's appealing for something with the referee. I'm not quite sure.
I wonder if he thinks it's a corner.
Possibly.
Did the goalkeeper make the save? It didn't look like goalkeeper was on the floor.
I just couldn't catch it on the camera, to be honest. But,
no.
You know, it's good front play. You know, he held his man, rolled his man, got it onto his favoured right foot, just dragged it maybe a little bit. But
Weaver manufactured that scenario.
Good play. Got to build on that. Got to get the ball back as soon as they can and build on it and keep that momentum going.
But that's exactly what I said about Jake Abraham being able to stretch the defence. Weaver dropping deep and Abraham being the one to occupy the space in behind. They are pressing well. They are pressing well again from the front. SGS. Abraham looking to make them go wide. They're building up quite nicely here, and have beaten the initial phase of press. And now suddenly it's inside the SGS half with 16, who's been the danger man in the second half. Receives the ball back. Chance for a hat trick, perhaps. He's going again. 16. Oh, brilliant save from the goalkeeper. Chance to follow it in, but it's not. Jeff, what have we seen from number 16? He's coming in on his opposite foot. He's got 2 goals already, now it's nearly a third.
He's a baller, isn't he? Definitely a baller. He's got 2 good feet. You think he's left-footed, but he just silkily comes in onto that right foot and just rides challenges. And that one, he didn't hit it with a lot of pace on it, but he went for the bottom right-hand post, the goalkeeper's right-hand post, his left-hand post. And a good save from Ben Britton, because had that gone in, we'd have been looking at a very, very serious situation. But he's a nice footballer, isn't he, number 16? Really nice footballer.
He is, and we discussed the fact that McCleary was the biggest, best left-back. Corner played into the box quickly, sorry. It's now with Brown, looking to counter-attack. It's McCleary, as I spoke to him earlier, he's done very well, but I think he is offside on this occasion. But what I was saying was McCleary was the danger man in the first half. He's now his opposite man for Brookhouse being the one in the second half.
In that same position down the respective left-hand side.
Maybe it's maybe there's more wind down that side of the pitch.
That little channel down that side.
Yeah. 20 minutes to play. It's still 3-2 to Brookhouse.
But they're a good side, Brookhouse. I mean, individually they're very good, and they're just playing with the freedom because they don't really know how to win matches. They've lost 6 out of 7, so it's not as if they've got a tried and tested formula. But it's just the way the game's evolved. And that first goal, you just felt it clicked and something happened, and SGS lost their way. And probably since then, we've been doing too much out of possession defending.
I've got to throw in deep inside SGS's half here. You must say, Jeff, if you didn't know where these 2 teams were before the game,
good point.
You wouldn't think Brookhouse would be bottom of the table.
No, having lost, as I say, 6 out of 7.
Yep. At the minute, they are drawing level with Tresham, as I did mention in the intro. That will only be their second win of the season, albeit they have played a couple games less than most of the teams around them. Be a long throwing in from 16. 15, Shepherd reads it well. Jenkins looked to hook away. Might go out for the throw in. I think it's been kept in nicely by Abraham. He's got a lot of space here. Him and Weaver combining again. Abraham now looking to chance to run at the number 4 for Brookhouse. Abraham looking to square the ball across. Well recovered. Number 4 just delayed him slightly to allow his teammates to get back. Shepherd now back out to Abraham. This time he's taking on the 16, the one who's been the real threat down the opposite end for Brookhouse. Just played inside. The camera's a little bit zoomed in, just trying to catch it here. It's recycled back to Jenkins, midway inside Brookhouse's half. Shepherd turns nicely, still in possession of the ball. Moves into the box. There's going to be a corner for SGS.
That's better, isn't it? Better play, more control, pass, work the wide position, good ball in. Front man's done well, good defending as well, incidentally, but the front man's done well almost to get across. So that's much better play. Yep.
It's just causing a few problems in the Brookhouse's defence and just making them a little bit uneasy. Something they haven't really been able to do in the second half thus far.
Bit of quality on the cross. I don't like these floaty crosses anymore. I want to see it whipped in with a bit
There's
of.
Plenty of the players in the box. Yep. It's still a bit floaty, must be said. But this time, it's 3-3. Absolutely nothing, Jeff.
Brilliant.
You talk about the floaty crosses, but now SGS find themselves in a position where they are drew at level.
Yeah. No, I thought that cross a little bit more clip on it than it was. Finding his man as opposed to the man finding the ball. So that's substitute Ben Shepherd, who's got his name on the score sheet. Good header. I mean, the ball came across, bit of pace on it, and he's just headed it back across from where it's come, which gives it a little bit more power. And goalkeeper, absolutely no chance.
To be fair to Shepherd, he's come on, he's done very well, but also that header, he had to generate a lot of the power himself. He's done very well. The goalie didn't move, did he?
No, he knew, didn't he? It was so far away from him, going back into the far post from where it was headed. He just knew it was no chance of getting it. A bit like the own goal, he had no chance of getting that as well, did he?
Goalie's been a bit more quiet this second half. He had a lot of touches in the first, but he had to pick the ball out again from his net this time. But if you're a neutral, you're enjoying this one. And suddenly it could be 4-3 here. Shepherd again, looking to get the shot away early. Saved by the goalie. And it's just cleared away from number 3 for Brookhouse. I thought for a second that Jake Abraham was about to put in the rebound.
Yeah, good play. I think I've just found their way back in the game,
yep.
SGS. So that good little passage of the play they had a few minutes ago where they kept the ball and worked the opening and forced that corner from which they scored. So, yeah, just seemed to got themselves back in the game.
Corner from the left-hand side here. Look, just trying to catch if it's an in-swinger or out-swinger. You can't see, unfortunately. It is an in-swinger, I think, from Spike Weaver. And we talked about momentum changes, Jeff, but now it's with SGS. Weaver with the ball into the box. This one's very deep. Shepherd again wins the header. This time he's not going to go in.
I thought I was going to hit that aeroplane up in the sky then, that ball. I thought I was going to knock that plane out of the sky.
Brown retrieves it for SGS. Clipped forward by Tulloch. And Jenkins brings it down quite nicely. Looking to a bit of fancy trickery on the right-hand side. Brought down by Brookhouse. Looking to now counter-attack. There's a switch ball on. McCleary reads it quite nicely. Doesn't win the duel, though. Tulloch sort of scuffs the clearances with a shin. It's now with Boyce looking to slow it down. He thought about clearing it first time, now does. Ball's just a bit in the air here, playing a bit of head tennis. It's now eventually comes to number 9. He looks to try and buy a foul. He might be offside the opposite winger, and he is.
The referee played an advantage there, which obviously went against Brookhouse because the player was offside, which didn't do them any favours. But again, SGS just lost control of the game a little bit there. It was a bit too much one touch, clear it, came back, clear it, whereas their best play is when someone's got their foot on the ball and they've passed the ball and worked the space. But not quite sure what the ref's given here. I think he's gone back to the free kick. Well, yeah, he has. He tried to play an advantage, but the recipient was offside, so the referee, quite rightly, has gone back to the original foul. So it's a free kick to Brookhouse.
I don't think we caught this earlier, Jeff, but I think number 16, Cronin, has come on for Garrett in midfield. And I know Cronin's a striker, so it looks like Shepherd and Brown have now dropped back. And SGS have made all 4 of their substitutes.
All 4 on?
Yep.
Wow. Go for it. Like that.
Yeah, it's good as bold, but I wasn't surprised given how they started the second half. Chance now for Brookhouse. Suddenly, Jenkins does well, I think, and the goalie just about deals with it. This game, I'm just trying to catch my breath. It's end-to-end stuff at the minute. Now suddenly, SGS looking to attack, but I think goalie's just going to deal with this. Nice composed ball out to the number 16 for Brookhouse. who now looking to play the direct ball. 9 holds it up well. Boyce just about steps in. McCleary trying to challenge the opposite man who's had the better of most of the game. He's given away a free kick that it looked a bit soft. A little bit soft.
6 and 2 threes, wasn't it, really? I think they were both having a short push and a pull of each other's shirts and the likes, but the referees deemed it's a free kick to Brook House. But the goalie he made a good save earlier, Ben, but he was lucky there, Ben Britton, because he came and was in no man's land, wasn't he?
Ball's played into the box, headed out easily from Shepherd. Number 6 now for Brook House. Chance to play the ball back into the box. This one's a better delivery. Oh, the goalie looks hurt.
Good take. Yeah, did well there, Ben. Saw it, came in. I think landing on these surfaces, it's a good surface because it can be played on 24/7. But there's no denying that they're quite unforgiving in terms of
takes your skin off as well.
Yeah, you get friction burns. But when you go to ground, then he did well. He kept his eye on the ball, hit the deck, held the ball well. So good goalkeeping. Bit better now. I mean, like we've both been saying throughout the game, goals change momentum, goals change control, goals change the way you approach and apply yourselves in a game. And SGS having their turn in charge at the moment, and just got to keep playing good football. Don't go long, keep building it, keep passing it, and get the rewards.
Wondered where Cronin's playing, because it says here he's a striker, but he looks like he's playing almost as like a right wing back or right back. Loose ball here. That Brown's just going to try and win. He does well. It's now with Abraham. Midway inside Brookhouse's half. It's now with Cronin coming forward. Clip ball into the box. That's going to find the goalkeeper. From this angle, Jeff, it looks a lot taller than he was in the first half.
The goalkeeper put longer studs in at half time.
Yeah, well, he hadn't grown his hair since, has he?
No.
So if you're just joining us, it's 3-3 here. It's been a very, very eventful game. It was 2-1 to SGS at half time. Brookhouse scored 2 quick-fire goals, but SGS have responded nicely in the last 5 or so minutes. Abraham looking to win that header. McCleary's playing quite far forward, and Weaver's got a chance to... Oh, what's the ref given here?
Foul against SGS.
That's a bit of a controversial one. McCleary had one given against him 5 minutes ago, but that looked a bit soft. I think this one, if he does catch him, it probably is a foul because it was a high boot. It looked like for a second Weaver was in. Yeah,
he would have been had he not committed the foul, but give the referee the benefit of the doubt. He had a decent game, the ref. No worries at all, really. I got a feeling that it's not going to finish 3-3. I've got a real feeling it's not going to finish 3-3.
I feel like it's always going to be a late winner, but then I still feel like there'll be a goal before that. It could end 5-3. It could end 4-4. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it because so far it's not disappointing at all. Both teams have rolled the dice a little bit in terms of their substitutions and the style of play they've both gone with. It's now Jenkins is coming forward from centre back, looking to keep the... What's the ref given here?
Free kick.
Okay, so Jenkins
towards SGS.
Yeah, Jenkins has run forward, obviously, paid a bit of dividends. It's a chance for them to now... It might go direct. I think they're going to play short. Shepherd's on the ball here. Nope, it will be a ball in from...
Marcus on the far side, the coach in the technical area, waving everyone forward. So I think the keeper's going to ping this.
Ben Britton.
Against the wind, so see how far he goes.
It's quite a lot of height on it. Don't win the initial contact. McCleary is just going to retrieve it out on this left-hand side. He might let it go for a throw-in. I don't think it was kept in. It wasn't. Linesman gives an SGS throw-in. We're way inside their own half. Play back now to number 12, Ollie Boyce, who's been very solid. Despite the fact that they've conceded 3 goals, I feel like no one's really been at fault. It's just been some of the quality on the show has been quite good, and also it's more of a systematic issue. It's now with McCleary looking to get in the box, as he did in the first half, and this time he does get a corner. It's the first time in the second half, Jeff, where he's actually had a bit of joy.
Yeah, first half he was in that final third countless times, but just the way the game shifted and changed, he hasn't got himself forward, hasn't been able to get forward because SGS just haven't had that level of control they had in the first half. Bit of quality needed here. In
swinger from Cronin. Goalkeeper does well initially, and it's going to be retrieved, I think, from Brookhouse, who the guy just hooks it away. McCleary's now got it there. It's back out to Cronin with the whip ball in. Oh my God, it's gone in. What a goal that is from Cronin. And you talked about there being more goals, Jeff, and suddenly it's 4-3 to the host. And what a game this has been. And that's the pick of the bunch.
I just had a feeling there was going to be more goals because both sides were like, neither was in control of the game totally. But that's a bit of absolute quality from Paul Cronin. Just wrapped his foot on the wind. Goalkeeper, well, you can't blame him too much because the conditions made that a really difficult ball to deal with. So every credit, I'm giving total credit to Paul Cronin. That was absolute class. 4-3. I don't know if there'll be another goal, but that, if it wins the game, is worthy of the occasion. Fantastic strike.
It is, and he's a substitute. So that's 2 substitutes now that have scored. 15 Shepherd and 16 Cronin. So fair play to him. Obviously, some of the substitutes have worked in SGS's favour from the manager. And now, suddenly, after being 3-2 down, they've completed the comeback.
Yeah, he'll be. I bet his arms fold on the far side there, Marcus, thinking two of my subs have
Weaver's
scored.
got a chance to make it 5 here. He's offside.
2 of my subs have scored. So from a coach's perspective,
He's going to be delighted.
That's really nice when your subs can go on and affect the game so much. Really good.
Just about 15 minutes to go, I think. Brookhouse have a free kick in their own half.
See, they're not panicking. They've gone back to the goalkeeper with it. I mean, some teams would go route one thinking we've got to get a goal back, but they're composed.
Yeah, you have to accept. Yeah, you have to acknowledge that they're sticking to their principles. SGS getting players across nicely here. Boys looking to win the second ball. Might win a free kick. Bit of a late challenge, but referee plays on. It's now with Cronin, who, as I said, playing right wing back. He was also taking the set pieces. So I wonder if the fullback Stevens Wong's gone off because he was taking the set pieces earlier. We'll find out for you shortly. It's now with Jake Abraham, midway inside Brookhouse's half. Cronin, the goal scorer, at the minute the game winner with the ball. He plays it to Brown on the right hand side. Back to Cronin. Played in, and when it's a bit of an acrobatic effort there from Spike Weaver, that would have been good if it found the stands, but unfortunately on this occasion it's gone high and wide. And a chance for the visitors to reset.
I think Marcus Thatcher will be pleased with the way his side of, the lads have got themselves back in the game from, leading 2-1 at half time. Then all of a sudden you're 3-2 down and they've stuck at it. It hasn't been textbook, but, they've showed real commitment, real togetherness, and a few flashes of outstanding play to boot. But he'll be pleased with that because, you've got to challenge the character within the group, and to be 3-2 down certainly was a challenge. And at the moment, they've come out of that and are in credit. But 4-3, another goal? I'm not sure, really. Could be.
I feel it, yeah.
You're feeling another goal, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am. I hope you are, Jeff.
I think I'll take what we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
No, I'm going 4-3. I think it's going to stay as it is, he says, with no confidence whatsoever.
You better touch that one.
No confidence whatsoever.
Boys doing well here to press the number 9 for Brookhouse. We talked about earlier about the fact that we need a little bit more leadership from the SGS group. That was when it was 2-2, and I think they went 3-2 down shortly after. Well, we've seen that now. They've seen how they've responded has been absolutely excellent, to be fair to them.
Yeah, and good changes by the coach. You can't deny that. Players coming on may have felt they should have started, could have started, maybe want to start next time, and that's what it's all about as a substitute, coming on and affecting the game, and showing the group, showing the manager, showing the coach what you're all about. Brookhouse, do you know where they're from?
Leicester?
Geographically?
Leicester?
Yeah, Leicestershire, yeah. Market Harbour, apparently. It's a boarding school in Market Harbour.
So they'll that 2.5 hour journey, they'll want to leave with something to boot, and I think they've deserved it, to be honest. I think they've had a very big part to play in this game.
Yeah, they've done well. Don't want to give them anything, though, do we?
Just being trying to be neutral, Jeff.
Give them directions to the M32.
You know about being neutral.
Are you?
Yeah, you be working for the BBC.
Yeah, well, you have to be at the B. This is SGS, though.
All right, well, yeah. Come on then, SGS. Up the SGS.
It's a nice replica shirt you've got on there. It's good.
Got the Charlton Athletics shirt on.
Oh, he's mentioned them again.
A missed kick there from Brookhouse. And that looks like was that a penalty? Oh, he's given a free kick.
Outside the box.
Yeah, I think that's just my eye deceiving me, lad. Oh, hang on. There's a bit of after
suddenly
the goalkeeper's getting involved. I think it has calmed down slightly, but a bit of handbags there from the.
It was, wasn't it? There's, it's been a well-contested game with, nothing silly, no bad behaviour, but all of a sudden, as you say, handbags really. But the referee's on top of it. The referee's on top of it.
You mentioned earlier the referees had a good game. We calmed that down pretty quickly. And to be fair to the players, they didn't overreact as easy to get caught up in the moment there, especially in a game where it's had 7 goals. After all that is, I think it will be a booking for, is it number 16, the score of 2 goals for Brookhouse? He might be going the first player to go into the book. Yes, he is. So obviously it was an incident on that left-hand side. And that'd be a shame because he's had a very good performance. Just a little bit of a discipline problem there. It's going to be Spike Weaver with the cross into the box. Clip one. Not a bad one. 15. Shepherd wins the header. He was the goal scorer earlier. I think he did give away a foul. And I saw the referee indicate that. So it'll be a free kick from a similar position to where the goal kick would have been anyway. For the visitors. 5 or so minutes left, and now the game's right in the balance.
So chance today to go second in the table with a win and hope results go elsewhere the right way. So at the moment, SGS doing their bit in that formula. It's good.
Well, a point would have been enough to level if results went their way, but 3 points definitely puts them in a good position. Abraham looking to latch onto the end of a switch of play there, but unfortunately not quite. Brookhouse deciding to go a bit direct, but it has to be said, number 9 is a bit outnumbered there, and sensible of Ben Britton in goal just to slow it down, make number 9 for Brookhouse to close him down, and then just pick the ball up, let his defenders come a bit wider and get reset position.
Yeah, it's good. As you say, good play. Just slows things down and just lets the clock tick by, which, when you're leading is exactly what you want.
Been quite impressed by Britton, that must be said. I don't think he had much wrongdoing in any of the goals, and he's commanded his box very well. So with 16, Cronin, who was the 4th goal scorer. If he did miss the first half, it was Jake Hicks and an own goal via Brookstone that initially gave SGS a 2-0 lead. Here's Jack Nunn looking to battle with Brookhouse's player. Been a bit of a quiet game for Jack Nunn, but he's gone about his business well. He's done a lot of out-of-possession work, not necessarily much in the way of goals or assists, but that doesn't have to be. That's not his role. He's a midfielder at the end of the day. And if you're scoring 4 goals in a game, it doesn't really matter. Just trying to see here. I think the ball's gone out of play for a Brookhouse throw-in, but it's deep inside their own half.
Yeah, he's done well, Nunn. Like you say, he's part of the team, part of the formation, and it's his job to do the things that Marcus Thatcher wants him to do. And he's taken on a more of a defensive role, I think, since Sam Garrod went off. But he's having a decent game.
Jake Abraham driving forward, beats the challengers, rises the challengers. That's going to be 5-3. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper, just trying to find the rebound. I think it's gone out to McCleary here on the left-hand side. It has indeed. Nunn's coming short to offer an option. He has now received the ball. Opts to go back. Chance for Brookhouse to just come out with their defensive shape. It's a bit of a loose ball down the left-hand side. McCleary trying to make amends of it, and he does. Well defended there on the right-hand side by the defender, though. And now chance for Brookstone to have some possession of the rim. That was a big chance there for Abraham.
Yeah, it was a good chance, but he did well. It was a good strike. Give the credit to your mate in goal. He did pretty well there, to be fair, the keeper.
Minutes left here. Brookhouse still being quite patient in their build-up, looking to probe and wait for the right opportunity. They know that, to be fair to them, if they had to score 3 goals in it, 1 chance probably will be enough. Bit of a loose pass then. That's going to be an SGS throw now. Yeah, they'll be happy with that. Right on the halfway line.
But yeah, they got themselves back in front, so it's important, do they need to chase another goal? Of course, they want to score more goals, but the most important thing from my perspective with SGS right now is that when they're out of possession, they get their shape, get their organisation, and make it impossible or very, very difficult for Brookhouse to play through them.
Don't want a situation where a couple of players press, they get easily beaten, and suddenly there's only 8 players in the shape and not 10.
Yeah, exactly that.
Have to accept just sitting in the mid block at this point in the game is probably sensible. When balls like that come into Ollie Jenkins, that'll be completely fine for the hosts. He returns the favour, and SGS actually have a chance with Brown, the substitute.
He's done well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Abraham with the ball into the box, that's going to be a corner. Weaver looking like he got fouled there. He is. Just have a little word with the referee, nothing more than that.
Yeah, Cosmo Brown at 14, I think he was the first. I think he came on at half-time. He's done well. Yes. Nice footballer. It's good.
It looks like he's actually returning to the halfway line now, I think, just to give him a bit more stability at the back.
Let the big guns go up, innit?
Yeah.
centre-backs.
Interesting to see how many players. That's Ollie Boyce there, number 12. He's a centre-back, and he looks like... They look like him again short, I think, which is probably sensible. Ollie Jenkins just going to probably manage the game, the captain, just keep it in the corner. Ride some pressure. He tries to win a corner there.
He has done. Good play.
Oh, he has done. I thought that went for a goal kick. Fair play to Jenkins. Bit of maturity here from SGS. Interested to see if he does it again. It'll be none this time, I think.
Yeah, just working the clock. Seconds ticking away. Fly by when you're losing 4-3. The seconds fly by, whereas just nice play.
Just
substitution.
yeah, I think
something
so.
Going on. Can't be a home sub.
I think it is. I think there must be rolling subs, Jeff.
Oh, rolling subs.
Yeah. Because that's a woo-woo. Woo-woo's
back on.
He's back on to just hold the ball in the corner. That's a bit of a smart...
Rolling subs?
Smart decision.
I didn't know you could do rolling subs.
Unless... Can they? Or is that what the linesman's having a word with? No. Play resumes.
It's all allowed. Rolling Stones, rolling subs.
Rolling Stones. bit before my day, Jeff. Might not be for you.
History's a wonderful thing.
Well, I do like my Oasis, Jeff, so I'm not...
That's good. That's good. Good choice.
We were just trying to hold the ball up. Brookhouse do well to get the ball out and out. Suddenly from a position where SGS felt like they were in a bit of control. Now, well, McCleary does well, in fairness. Brilliant little turn there. Just pivoting away from his player. Is ganged up upon by two Brookhouse players. And I think that's a bit of a loose pass, and that will be a Brookhouse throw-in.
Well, it's a good play, though, wasn't it? To win the ball in the Brookhouse final third, or their opening third, it was good. And just
he's done it again.
It all helps. He's done well. He's lively.
We were just trying to hold it up. Looks a little bit rusty. Is that
free kick?
Referee's given that's... I would say that's soft, but then there's been a few of those from the ref. I think he's had a very good game, but at least he's been consistent with the decision. If he's going to give one soft one to Brookhouse, then he's done the same here for SGS.
As you say. And as a player, that's what you want, consistency.
Yeah.
Because then you can't,
complain about a decision 20 minutes ago.
To the referee saying, first half you didn't do that or that.
Yeah,
so at least he's consistent. And players know that on the pitch. We've seen it, observers, but even as a player, when you're in the heat of the battle, you know exactly if a ref's having a Reggie blinker or he's having a good game.
So we were just trying to hold it up here, playing the short game with Jack Nunn. Problem for Brookhouse is they're quite a small team. They haven't got many sort of players to deal with. Just Nunn's perplexed there because he thought he's want to throw. We haven't got the luxury of a scoreboard, Jeff, with it being 4-3 to SGS, but the fact that they're keeping it in the corners can only suggest that there's moments left.
Yeah, they'll have had the shout from the technical area on the far side, Marcus Thatcher and his team. They'll have had a clock on it, a stopwatch on it. They'll know exactly how long is to go. It's for us a bit of guesswork in the same way we don't get the boards telling us what added time the referees decided to add on. But they've just got to keep playing. Just got to keep doing the right things, which they have been doing for the last 20 minutes or so. Once they got themselves back in front, back level, back in front. As we've said all along, though, haven't we, Joe? Like, goals are so fundamental to how a team... half of it's mental, really. If a goal goes in against you, it knocks you back. If a goal goes in for your team, it drives you forward. And it's a matter of getting that balance as right as you can as a player.
I must credit SGS quickly for how they are seeing out this game. You think that being a goal ahead, it would be all Brookhouse, the ones applying the pressure, but it's not been. But that's a nice bit of play there from the centre-back looking to step forward. The pass does find his man. Now it's a chance of 15 to substitute. It's a lovely little tackle from Nunn. Important one. Nunn just hooks it away. Moments to go. We're looking to hold it up. It's a bit of a loose touch, unfortunately. Now it's the 16, the goal scorer of 2 goals. The only player to be booked. He finds the number 10 on the left-hand side. SGS with bodies across quickly. Just trying to not foul him.
Don't foul.
Yeah,
don't foul.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving away a foul. It's a bit of obstruction here. The ref's not giving anything.
Wow. I don't think
SGS are going to complain, though, because they have got the ball now inside Brookhouse's half. So there's probably a chance to make it 5-3, if anything. Woo-woo, looking to take on his man. Chance to get the shot away. Does so. And he scores. And that will be that.
Game
SGS have wrapped the game up here with moments to go. Woo-woo, who did come off, and he did come back on as the rolling substitutes is allowed to happen. He's got the 5th and final goal, I suspect, of this game. And that will put that to bed. SGS are going to win their 4th game of the season.
A good striker's goal, wasn't it? Big and strong, and he knew where he wanted to get to and held off players who came to challenge him. And then when he had the chance. Unerring finish, right-footed across the keeper. Great goal for the striker who started the game, went off, came back on, and has got his goal. Excellent.
Yeah, very well played, to be fair. Him and Abraham linking up. Abraham's done very well. It was Weaver before, but now those three have had a little bit of those two have had a little bit of a combination. To be fair to Weaver, he's done a lot of good hold-up play and a lot of bringing others into play in the first half, and he's got his rewards for it.
Good comeback, isn't it? Sorry, Joe. It's a good comeback. Really good comeback.
Yeah, from being 3-2 down, you have to praise him. 3 goals in the last 25 minutes or so. Brookhouse, just not quite enough, mental stability, and that's probably just a lack of confidence more than anything. Jeff having won one of the last 7 when it mattered, and that is the full-time whistle on this Wednesday afternoon. SGS 5, Brookhouse 3. Jeff?
Oh, it was an enjoyable game, wasn't it? And, I think 5-3 over the 90 minutes is a fair reflection for SGS and Marcus Thatcher's side. I mean, they had a little wobbly spell when they went 3-2 down from leading 2-0, 2-1 at half-time. But it's a good learning experience. If you win the game at a canter, you don't learn an awful lot. So what they've done today really well, I felt, when they went 3-2 down and everything seemed to be against them, and Brookhouse were playing with their tails up and playing some decent football, they found a way of getting back in the game. And once they did that and got themselves back in the game and calmed it down, scored some really good goals. I think Cronin's was the pick of the bunch, wasn't it? That
beautiful goal.
Smashed it in with a bit of swaz, right foot round the ball. It was a great goal. So, yeah, a lot to take out of the game. What do you do next time when you're not on top and you lose control of it? And, just enjoy the moment of winning a game. And hopefully, that 5-3 win, Joe, has got us second in the table, which is
like
nice.
to think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a plus in goal difference as well, if that was tight. So just to run through the goal scorers, Jake Hicks opened the score, and then it was an own goal to give SGS the 2-goal lead. Number 9 for Brookhouse then got the visitors back in the game before half-time. 2 quick-fire goals from number 16 for Brookhouse, and then made it 3-2 to the visitors, so they completed their comeback. SGS then felt a comeback of their own, and they scored 3 goals within the last 25 minutes through Shepherd, Cronin, and finally Owowu to make it 5-3 full-time. Thank you for watching on this Wednesday afternoon. SGS will be back next week for their next game in the league. Jeff, thank you for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Mate.
Great stuff, Joe. Great stuff.
I hope to do it again at some point. If you've joined the stream, then thank you and goodbye.